Hey everyone, and welcome to SHS Today. I'm Mila Savino, and joining me at the news desk is Savannah Danowitz.
This week we talked with the members of the Women's Empowerment Club. We checked out how the sports teams are helping to tackle hunger in New Hampshire. We take a look at the carpentry program here at SHS, and we get some information on the upcoming Salem Scramble event.
We also have an interview with National Merit Scholarship finalist John Medeiros, and we find out who is being inducted into the Salem/Woodbury Hall of Fame. But first, let's see what SHS Today Gabby Farrow visited with some new teachers here at the high school.
Hi, I'm Gabby Farrow, outside reporting from Salem High School, where this week we interviewed some of the new teachers here.
So this is my 7th year teaching. I've taught 2 years in New Bedford, and then I taught for 4 years in Denver. I teach Algebra 1 and Pre-Calculus, and then I have a math lab. Yeah, I'm just excited. Like I said, I haven't been at a comprehensive in a while, and I love the feel of a comprehensive high school, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, this is my first year teaching. I'm coming from industry. I teach graphic design. For the CTE, I do graphic design 1, graphic design 2, and then I also have a creative computing class that I'm excited to meet you. I hope that if you're interested in graphic design, you join my class.
I'm teaching senior English and sophomore English. I'm really excited to learn about what events are in the community and what's going on. I'm not super familiar with the community of Salem, and I'm really looking forward to knowing more about it. I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody and working with you this year.
This is my first year at Salem High School, yes, and I have taught at other schools before. I taught several years at a lot of different area colleges. It's awesome here. The students are fantastic. Come on down to the art room and check out all the student artwork that's up on the walls. And we do have an art club that's happening this year. And so if anybody wants to find out about that, they can just come down to the art department and find out about the art club.
So this is my first full year teaching. I did a long-term internship over at Newmarket High School. I'm getting used to everything, meeting all these new faces, and health and PE teacher. I would like to say there's a homecoming event in which it's going to be students versus teachers. I'm competing in that.
Yeah, this is not my first year teaching. So this is actually my 4th year teaching. I taught at St. Joseph Regional Catholic School down the street. I love it. It's nice here. The team's great. Earth and space science. So all the freshmen who come through have to take Earth and space science. Thank you. It's been a really nice, warm, and welcoming place.
And we wish them the best of luck in their teaching careers here at Salem High School. I'm Gabby Farrow, reporting from SHS Today. Back to the studio.
We welcome all of the new teachers to Salem High School and wish them the best of luck here.
Recently, we found out that Salem High School's senior John Medeiros was nominated for the National Merit Scholarship. We interviewed him and Mrs. Burke to find out about this more prestigious honor.
Hey everyone, this is Matt Hannon from SHS Today. Recently, senior John Medeiros was awarded the semifinalists for the National Merit Scholarship, so we caught up to him to hear his thoughts on this.
So the National Merit Scholarship, it's originally qualifying as a semifinalist is based off PSAT scores, but the rest they'll judge me based on academics, extracurriculars, activities, stuff like that. I put a decent amount of studying to do good in the PSAT and qualify as a semifinalist, but it wasn't a great deal of work. If I won the whole thing, I would end up getting a $2,500 scholarship, which would be a great amount to help with college and the expenses.
We also interviewed Nicole Burke, the head of guidance, to learn more about what the National Merit Scholarship program exactly is.
The National Merit Scholarship is a recognition based on how students score on their PSAT exam. So when juniors take the PSAT NMSQT, it's the full name of the test that juniors take. The NMSQT part is the National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. So nationally, based on scores from around all of the juniors who take that exam, the top, I believe it's about 1%, can get recognized as being a commended scholar or a National Merit semifinalist, and they can complete an application, write in some letters of recommendation, and move forward to potentially becoming a finalist as a National Merit Scholar through that National Merit Program. How prestigious is it? It's a big deal to be either a commended or a semifinalist as a National Merit Scholar. Both mean that you've worked really hard, scored very well on your PSAT. Some students might end up using their SAT scores if they weren't able to take the PSAT and MSQT, but it really means that you've worked hard and really demonstrated some of your high academic skills on those exams. So it is a big deal, and it can lead to some good scholarship money too. Semifinalists, it's based on the scores throughout the country on your PSAT and MSQT. So depending on how peers are doing at that same time, it's usually in the very top tier, probably about the top 1% of students that'll be invited to be a semifinalist and complete that application.
As you can see, that is a lot of work to become a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. We congratulate John Medeiros. This is Matt Hannon from SHS Today signing off.
That is a tremendous honor for him, and we sincerely hope that he wins the scholarship.
Well, speaking of honor, this week marks homecoming week for Salem High School sports teams, and with that comes the annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We sat down with Salem School's Director of Athletics, Mr. Scott Insigna, to find out who were being inducted this year.
Hi, I'm Ariana Cabrera from SHS Today, reporting from outside the Performing Arts Center here at Salem High School. I'm here today to discuss with Athletic Director Mr. Insigna and Guidance Counselor Mrs. Greenlaw about the newest Hall of Fame inductees.
So we have 4 inductees this year. Ruth Ann Campbell, who is the class of 1985. Keith Dearden, who is the class of 1977. Heidi Loeffler, Miss Greenlaw, our guidance counselor, is the class of 1978. And Nadia Humber, who is the class of 2001. They are brought to us either for the categories are student athlete, teacher, coach, or special contributor. Ruth Ann Campbell was a great athlete in track and field. Keith Dearden is a special contributor for what he has done for high school wrestling. Heidi Greenlaw is kind of both a special contributor and a teacher, but her history here, she's in the band as well as other groups, and Nadia Humber was another very good track athlete. The purpose of the Hall of Fame, and it goes back to those people to make sure that we can grasp everybody who has contributed in some way, shape, or form that we feel is deserving of an honorary experience to be put in our Hall of Fame. On Friday, October 1st, we have a ceremonial dinner, which we officially induct them to the Hall of Fame. And then, as it's the same homecoming weekend, we'll also highlight the inductees at the halftime of the football game.
I'm being inducted as I believe as an alumni of Salem High School, in addition to that being a staff member of the Salem School District. Mrs. Burke, our guidance director here, had started the process. She put the application forward along with my other team members, the other counselors in the department, and the secretaries were helping behind the scenes for over a year, unknown to me that this was happening. It's probably the biggest honor of my life and surprise of my life.
It was great to hear from Mr. Insigna about all of the inspiring individuals being inducted into the Hall of Fame, as well as inductee Mrs. Greenlaw. I'm sure all of these individuals are extremely excited about this honor. My name is Ariana Cabrera from SHS Today, signing off.
Congratulations to the inductees. It sounds like there are plenty of activities planned for them this weekend.
SHS Today's Abby Thomas also spoke with Mr. Insigna this week on what Salem sports teams were doing to help tackle hunger in the state of New Hampshire. Take it away, Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby Thomas, reporting from outside the athletic offices at SHS. Today we talked with some students and Mr. Insigna about NH Tackles Hunger.
So New Hampshire Tackles Hunger has been a part of our football fundraising or food raising for a number of years. It was started by WMUR TV, Channel 9. Jimmy Staten has taken that on and has proliferated that through athletic events throughout the state. Each team in football picks a date to, pre-COVID they would have donations brought to the door, but post-COVID now it's more of a online donation.
I really like it. I think it's really good for the community, and it helps out people who need food.
So the process for us now is we get given a debit card from Channel 9. We had this year we had our field hockey seniors go do some food shopping, and they try and get as many perishable foods as they can for $200.
I think it's a really great organization to raise food for people in need of it.
In the past, pre-COVID, we would have tables set up with baskets so that people would use that as part of their admission. So when we used to charge for football games, people would come in with cans of food and put them on the table, and then we'd weigh it out. And it was kind of a competition in Division I football to see who had the most weight as far as food was delivered.
One time I went to a football game and I donated a can of a non-perishable food item.
We met with a group of students who would like to have a Powder Puff football game, and admission to the Powder Puff football game, they would like people to have donations of food.
It's important because food is important.
There is a QR code and a link that you could go to on their website to make any kind of monetary donation or any type of perishable or non-perishable food items you could take to any of those food banks in Salem or any area. Just need to mention that this is part of New Hampshire Tackles Hunger, and we put that total towards the Salem High School.
It was great to hear from Mr. Exigna about NH Tackles Hunger. It sounds like a great organization. Back to the studio.
It's great to see Salem High School athletes contributing to such a worthwhile cause.
On that note, the Women's Empowerment Club at Salem High School is teaming up with the athletics department to host breast cancer awareness games and fundraisers throughout the month of October in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Joe DeBrocchi files this report.
Hi, I'm Kayla Nelson with SHS Today, and this week we caught up with the Women's Empowerment Club. We interviewed Kelsey Cruz and Becca Hike.
The Women's Empowerment Club is a club run by Mrs. Muhammad and Ms. Fernandez, and it's basically for anyone in Salem High as a way to empower and educate the women in our community.
It's mostly about just like equality for women, and that means like all women, and we really focus on like the intersectionality of different kinds of women and how different social issues can affect different women. During October, we're doing a lot of breast cancer awareness stuff and fundraising, and we'll also be doing a lot of stuff in like Black History Month, Pride Month, stuff like that. We do have a couple events coming up in October, so they all kind of centering around breast cancer awareness and fundraising for breast cancer. So we're doing all the sports teams, the fall sports teams. We're hosting breast cancer awareness games for them, like all through the month of October.
We're thinking of going to different varsity sports games within the district and putting out a table to get donations. The club meets after school Tuesdays in Ms. Muhammad's room in the downstairs B hallway. The board meets before school on Tuesdays and Thursdays to just discuss the week's discussion.
We do have a lot of like discussions in the club. We just have like discussions about different topics. The favorite part about being in this club is just like knowing that you might be changing like someone's mindset on these different issues.
The people. I love talking with everyone, getting to learn from everyone and seeing everyone.
To be an official member of the club, you only have to make it to 2 meetings a month.
You can either email Ms. Muhammad or Ms. Fernandez or just show up.
Everyone's always welcome to come to our meetings after school on Tuesdays.
It's so great that they're taking action with helping the community. I'm Kayla Nelson with SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
For more information on how you can get involved with the Women's Empowerment Group, please reach out to Ms. Fernandez or Ms. Muhammad.
Next up, Connor and Cam bring you some information about the World Language Honor Society. The achievements high school students can be recognized for.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm reporting from outside the language classrooms here at Salem High School. I decided to talk to some of the teachers who run the Language Honor Society here and decided to talk to them what their upcoming plans are for the year.
The Language Honor Society is a program for students doing honors language classes in Salem High School. The program is run by Senor Koffel, Frau Cox, and Mr. Pelosi. We asked these teachers a few questions.
The purpose of it is to recognize students who have taken at least 3 years of Spanish, to recognize them for their accomplishments in sticking with a language for 3 years.
There are 3 criteria. You need to have a B or better in 3 levels of a language. You need to have a GPA of 3.0 or better, and you need to pay the $25 induction fee, which covers your graduation cord, the membership, and this year there's going to be a light reception in the foyer after the ceremony.
So I would say make sure that you're paying attention and participating in class.
and doing your best possible job to learn. And that's definitely a big piece of being successful in a language class, is making sure that you're participating and using the target language as much as possible. If you do those things, it's very likely that you'll be successful with your grades and you'll be able to enter the society.
Unfortunately, the applications for the Language Honor Society is closed. However, if you're interested in joining next year, the Language Honor Society is open for people who have taken 3 years of a language. This is Connor Moore for SHS Today signing off.
Incredible how students here at Salem High School can earn such an amazing recognition.
Next up, Jared and Angel give you some information about the upcoming 5th Annual Salem Scramble this October 16th.
The upcoming 5th Annual Salem Scramble is just around the corner for many participants. But what exactly is the Salem Scramble? We've asked some people in charge what it is all about.
The 5th Annual Salem Scramble is a race with 25 obstacles, 2 courses, up to 40 community vendors, and lots of games and activities. It will be open to Salem students for grades 1 through 8 on Saturday, October 16th.
The school district is looking for people to help volunteer with the event. If you're interested in volunteering, you can go to the 5th Annual Salem Scramble website and volunteer in any categories such as stone pull, wall leaps, and the yoga ball pit of despair.
The event's $20 registration fee provides access to the race, a free event t-shirt, and a free swag bag full of donated goodies from community organizations.
That looks like a lot of fun for all the kids. Hopefully it'll be a nice day for them.
Finally, today we bring you our weekly CTE Spotlight. This week, our news team ventured down to the carpentry program to get a sneak peek into what their class is like.
I'm Tyler Kaslika with SHS Today, and this week Zach and I took a look at carpentry for a CTE Spotlight.
So Carpentry 1 is like the intro class, so we're starting out basic, like with measuring, teaching kids how to measure properly, mark, use tools safely, and basically like all the terminology and things that we use, we kind of teach them all in year 1, so they get all that kind of fundamental stuff. Built kind of around residential construction, like I'm teaching the kids how to use tools safely, work on a job site, and build, just like we would build a house, we kind of use like sheds as our projects. So the students will frame floors, frame walls, frame roofs, and kind of build the sheds, do the siding, all this stuff just like we would a normal house. So they kind of get the whole residential carpentry thing. The year 2 is a little bit more advanced. We start getting into like insulation, doing some sheetrock, doing finish work, which is more kind of intricate stuff. And then they're also out off-site a lot more than they are in Carpentry 1. The on-site jobs, I feel like they love those. So basically, it's either our sheds that we do. Some years we've done decks, we've done workshops, different projects, handicap ramps. We do them off-site, so we're not doing them here in the shop. We're doing them off-site. So we'll go to the projects. I have a van, and so we load up all the tools, all the students in the van, and then we'll head over to the job sites and do the work there. It's one of those, it's a little bit just more advanced to kind of expand on everything they learned in year 1. I feel like the students love their class, they love doing all the projects, they love going off-site. So if anybody's interested in it, they would feel like they'd love it, or they could talk to any of my students and kind of get a sense of how much they like the class. So.
Thank you for watching, and thank you, Carpentry. Keep up the hard work. Now, back to the studio.
It certainly looks like a lot of hard work, but also a lot of fun.
That's for sure. Okay, well that's all we have time for this week. Tune in next week for more of what's going on at Salem High School.
Have a great week, everyone.